Hello friends, welcome back to Technique. In this video, we'll be doing the detailed camera review of the Oppo K13 5G. Now Oppo K13 5G is the latest smartphone under the 20,000 price segment, and it comes with the Snapdragon 6 Gen 4 chip. It also comes with a quite decent camera setup. So let's find out how good the camera experience is on this device for this price segment it is being offered. So let's begin. So before that, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's begin. So let's start off with the hardware first. Now the rear camera is a 50 megapixel primary sensor. It's an OmniVision sensor with f1.85 aperture. It also comes with autofocus, but there is no optical image stabilization included. Now the secondary camera is a 2 megapixel sensor, which is for depth sensing for portraits. Now the selfie camera is a 16 megapixel shooter. It's a Sony IMX480 sensor and f2.4 aperture. So that's the camera hardware. Now the rear camera can do 4K 30 FPS, while the selfie camera can do 1080p resolution at 30 FPS. So let's see how good the camera experience is. So let's start with the daylight captures taken with this device. Now looking at the daylight shots, you can see here there is good amount of details. The dynamic range looks good. The colors are also nicely done, and overall quality and sharpness levels definitely looks acceptable. Although at times the HDR performance could be improved slightly. Some areas the shadows are not resolved really well, but overall I would say for this price segment the camera does a quite good job. Especially the sky colors and the greens are done really well. And also you can see that the overall details looks quite good. Now one thing what you can notice is that the colors are slightly on the cooler side. That's typical Oppo. Most of the color tuning is on the cooler side, but people will definitely love the colors. And overall at this price segment, below the 20,000 price segment, I don't see any sort of issues in the camera department. Overall it will be a satisfactory camera which won't disappoint users. So that's the primary camera. That's a 50 megapixel shooter. Does a good job in daylight conditions, and it's definitely one of the good cameras in this price segment. Now moving on to the close-up shots. Now here you can see that again the primary sensor does a really good job in bringing up details. They are sharp and extremely detailed. Colors are nice and white, and the overall quality definitely looks good. The indoor shots taken with the close-up angle also looks good, and there is good amount of details. The noise levels are kept to minimum. Now when it comes to portraits, you can see that you can take portraits in 1x and 2x mode, and overall the portraits also turned out to be pretty good. Although in extreme sunlight you can see that there is a hint of reddish tone for the skin tones, but colors looks overall nice. You can see the t-shirt color is exactly the same, although skin tones could be slightly tuned, but overall I would say the portraits are done well. The bokeh effect also looks good, and there isn't much to complain here. And overall the portrait quality is definitely good. The edge detection is also quite done well for this price segment it is being offered. So these are the portrait shots taken with the Oppo K13 5G. Now moving on to the extreme low light. When you turn on the night mode, you can see here there is good amount of details. Unlike a few budget smartphone, there is no overexposing the sky nor turning the sky into extremely bluish color. This looks very much natural actually, and the details and sharpness looks good. The dynamic range is okayish, I would say, but for this price segment I would say Oppo K3 does a decent job in terms of low light experience, and it won't disappoint users. Now moving on to the selfie camera. Now the 16 megapixel shooter does a decent job. Here colors look slightly washed out. It may not be the exact or natural colors, but overall I would say looks good. And the skin tones, once again there is a tendency to make the skin tones slightly reddish in nature, but overall I would say a selfie camera looks quite okayish. The portrait selfies also turned out to be pretty good. The edge detection may not be the perfect one out there, but it won't have much of issues here. Now moving on to the video recording. Now this can record 4K 30 FPS video, but there is no optical image stabilization nor electronic image stabilization for the 4K video, and hence you can see that it may not be the best for moving videos. Especially you can see here the stabilization is not there, and there are lots of shakes happening while walking. So 4K 30 FPS quality is good, but then there is no stabilization offered. Now there is also 1080p 60 FPS footage. Here you can see there is stabilization. This is EIS. There is no OIS, but this is EIS, so it works quite well, and the colors are good, and the details and sharpness levels also looks good, and there is no jitteriness in the video. And overall I would say this is quite good video from the 1080p 60 FPS mode. Now there is also 1080p 30 FPS. Now you can also record videos in portrait or bokeh mode. You can see here this is the portrait mode taken with the rear camera. So this is the front-facing camera sample taken with Oppo K13, which can record videos in 1080p at 30 fps. There's no 4K support on the front camera, and you can also record portrait videos using the selfie camera on the Oppo K13. So you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output. So that was the detailed camera review of the Oppo K13 5G. Now as a whole, I would say Oppo K13 5G does a quite good job in terms of daylight conditions, portraits, close-up images, and even video recording also is quite okay at 1080p 60 fps. The low light experience was also satisfactory, and it does provide good experience overall. The colors are nice and wide, although it's slightly cooler tone. Selfies need a bit more fine tuning, but overall I would say this won't disappoint users, and the quality definitely looks good. There is no ultra wide angle camera nor optically made stabilization in the video recording. That's something which is a missing aspect on this device, but otherwise I would say the Oppo K13 5G is kind of good camera experience, and it won't disappoint users in terms of camera experience. It may not be the best camera out there, but it will still be a good camera in this price segment. So that was the camera review of the Oppo K13 5G. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the red subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.